Okay, my name is Chipulu. I'm a medical officer by profession. I work from KGaA Central Hospital, and the course offered to me was Respiratory Medicine, M.Sc in Respiratory Medicine. I am yet to complete, but I've completed the PG diploma. It's an interesting course because the content is what we generally see, the type of patients, the type of programs that I did is some of the patients that we attend to on a daily basis. The course content involved general respiratory medicine, which included chronic disorders like COPD, asthma, cancers, and infectious diseases. Common infectious diseases here are TB, HIV related, and so on. And these are some of the things that we see on a daily basis, including asthma. Of course, we have some cases of COPD. And because of that, now we are able to make a diagnosis of most of those conditions and be able to treat them. In terms of achievements, currently, respiratory medicine in this country is poorly developed. So in terms of investigations and all that is not up to date. So at our hospital, we are only able to do chest x-rays, and that makes it a little bit difficult to make a diagnosis. However, we're still able to make diagnosis for certain conditions, for example, asthma, TB, and so on, and be able to manage them accordingly. In terms of teaching, yes, I do a lot of teaching to students, both the undergraduates and the postgraduates. Whereas in terms of awards, not yet there, but hopefully we can get one also as we go. Yes, of course, we've been able to manage quite a lot of patients. In terms of referrals, that has reduced because certain conditions, for example, COPD, we used to refer them to UTH or on the Copper Belt where they are able to do some of these investigations. So we have not been referring such because we are able to manage them. We are able to make the diagnosis based on the history and a little bit of examination. Like I indicated, in terms of investigations, we are not yet there. However, even with that, we do manage and we are able to keep such patients with close to the families as possible and help them. As you know, COPD, for example, the long-term management involves delivery of oxygen, and some of them do afford to acquire these cylinders and stay at home. On the other hand, the medical part we are able to do because the drugs that they use are readily available. So in that regard, yes, we are able to manage them. Difficult cases do come by and we try to sort them out, especially asthma, TB, complicated TB, which we are able to do. And so far, so good. People's lives have been changed. In terms of career progression, because I'm not yet done with MSc, I think for now, we'll probably have to wait just a little bit longer, but I think it's looking good. Training for medical personnel, like I indicated, we've already started. We're training the specialist training program under the Ministry of Health. And these are postgraduate medical doctors, and then the undergraduates, we're teaching them. But my long-term goal is to open up a respiratory unit at our hospital. So I'm looking at acquiring some pieces of equipment that can help make the diagnosis of certain conditions, be able to examine them right here in KGaA, and be able to make the diagnosis and treat them locally. So in terms of career progression, in terms of long-term studies, for me, I would like to go into more research because these are some of the conditions that are poorly researched. For example, asthma. We don't have that much information about it, at least in this country. And so I'd like to go into that and do a little bit more of research. First of all, the training is online. It's purely online, so you do it from the comfort of your home. Secondly, it's quite intense, but if you spare just about 2 hours of every day, especially in the first year, you will be able to make it. And so I'm likely to refer quite a lot of people because I do know that it's doable, it's manageable. And for a medical doctor who is always busy with things other than work, you have to have just a little bit of time to extend your studies and be able to acquire this new information. I wish to extend my gratitude to Merck Foundation for having given me an opportunity to study at the University of South Wales and Lena, who have been supportive throughout the program, and with that, I'm very, very grateful.